We welcome you to our meaningful meditation for this fifth Sunday in Lent. Happens to be the first Sunday in April. We will be celebrating the Lord's Supper this Sunday, so we have our beautiful stained glass window behind me, and also our Bible window, and that works well when we think about the story that we will be focusing in this Sunday from the Gospel of Luke, as we've been going through our series, Everything in Between. And this Sunday is the story of Zacchaeus, a very well-known story. If you happen to have grown up in the church and gone to Sunday school and remember singing the song about the wee little man up in the tree, and Jesus inviting him to come to his house that day. And what we maybe didn't focus on so much when we were younger was the fact that many people were grumbling about the fact that Jesus invited himself to go to Zacchaeus' house for dinner, since Zacchaeus was not very popular as the tax collector and someone who was perceived that was helping the Roman government to be as burdensome as they were. And so it's really showing just the extremes of the people that Jesus would find himself visiting with and giving new life to. And so as we continue in this series, the extremes that we're looking at are righteousness and mercy. That Jesus obviously was someone who represented the law and righteous and holy living, and so why would he be with this person who was not living that kind of life? And again, it's showing how the Gospels teach us about how life with Jesus is very different than what we think in this culture it should be, whether it's the first century or in today's world. And so thinking about how do we interact with each other when we have these disagreements about what is holy living, how the whole way that Jesus reaches out to Zacchaeus is really calling him in instead of calling him out and pointing out all the things that he's done wrong. And so that's really the focus of the sermon is how do we interact with people who perhaps we have different ideas from them, but we're called to love them. And how do we have a world in which we are part of that peacemaking process instead of kind of judging people and making people feel less than. So obviously not the easiest thing to conquer and to do in our life, but the beautiful part of being in a church community is that we are all working on this together. And so I hope that you will come and be a part of this conversation this Sunday in worship. As I mentioned, we'll be celebrating the Lord's Supper. We also have our coffee fellowship time, and if you are interested, during that time we will have a new member class, which I'll be leading next door at the building next door at Lawnridge. So come and join us. And then on April 13th, the next Sunday, is when our new members will be joining into fellowship here at UPC. Also that day on the 13th, we have an Enliven for our adult education, and our own Dustin and Stephanie McMillan will be teaching us about their involvement with the foster care system. And so kind of opening up our hearts and minds and to something that maybe we don't know much about. So that's on the 13th. And then that week is Holy Week, so we will have celebrating Palm Sunday on the 13th as well, and then starts our services that week on Thursday night for Maundy Thursday at 6 o'clock with a soup, supper, dinner together, and service that's incorporated into the meal. And then on Friday we have Good Friday service here in the sanctuary at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, Extravaganza, which is a fun time for kids and families, and we could use lots of help that day. So please visit the website and talk to Stephanie about how you could help us on the 19th. And then on the 20th, Easter morning, we'll have sunrise service at 6:45 outside, and then 10 o'clock traditional, followed with the brunch that our Membership Life Committee has for us. So that's all on the 20th. And then, because we don't want to leave out the last Sunday of April, the 27th, we have the children's musical, and so they have been working on that at Thrive on Wednesday nights, and so they'll be presenting that on the last Sunday of April. And we will also be having our road rally that day, a great time of fellowship, scavenger hunt after right after the service. So we'll have lunch together and then head out for our scavenger hunt. So all those things are on our website if you want to learn more about them, and we are excited to see you this Sunday on April 6th as we continue in this time of Lent, preparing for Palm Sunday and Holy Week that are coming soon. So thanks for your engagement with us, and if you have any questions about anything, you can check out the website. My email address is there, and I look forward to interacting with you. So peace for your journey, and we will hope to see you Sunday. Thank you.